We are going live here on Planet Remix. Yeah, we're about to kick everything off in just about 2 minutes here. But welcome on in. Welcome on in. We are live on the phone lines. 515-605-9794 is the number to call. Or you can join us in the Blue Room. And if you want those cosmic directions to find your way on over to the Blue Room, you're simply going to come on over to YouTube. And once you get to YouTube, you're going to type in Blue, Blue, and then Raz, Ras, and then Berry, Berry. And that is going to get you locked in to the Blue Room. Peace and greetings. Welcome everyone coming on into the Blue Room. Let's do a sound check. You guys are saying that my sound is low. Let's see if that's going to work any better. If you all can hear me. How's everybody feeling? How are we doing? Oh my goodness. We got a couple of things to talk about. It's still very, very low for you guys. I don't know what's up with the lowness because that I barely can stand to hear myself. But tell me if that's working any better. If you guys can hear me any better now, there I go. You can hear me nice and loud. Okay. Well, there we go. We in here. How we all feeling? Oh my goodness. Welcome on in, Priestess Brandy. Welcome on in, Papa Flan. Welcome in, Rosie Roz. Good to see you. Welcome in, Marion. Welcome in, Crystal in the building. Chocolate Strawberry in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. Kathy is here. Adrienne the Great. Kismic is in the house. Glenda is here. Kathy is here as well. Let's hit those like buttons. I know we're doing a little bit of an after hours kind of show, but I didn't want the whole day to go by without us kind of getting together, even though we were together on Friday night, which was super amazing as well. But I wanted to come in and talk about so we can do what we always do here on Planet Remix, and that is check in with the energy. I definitely gotta let everyone know that we are live because I haven't been able to do that. So let me do that now. And yeah, let everyone know on Soulful Vibes that we are live. We are live right now. So how are you all feeling? How you all doing? Yes, you can feel the shift of this energy. We got a lot of things going on. Mercury going retrograde. We have that going on. Of course, we have the energy of Sagittarius and the new moon going on. We have all of these things to talk about, plus some other exciting things that I'm going to share with you all about this energy right here. I want you all to take a look at the activation art and just tell me if you could use sort of one word or a sentence to capture what you are picking up from the activation art here. Let me know what that is for you at this time. Yeah, so peace and greetings. Yeah, I just wanted to send a message out to let everyone know that we are we are definitely live, and so that they can come. I'm interested to see if you could caption oop, if you could capture the photo. What do you pick up as far as the energy from the photo? You guys are saying some pretty interesting things here. Some pretty interesting things you are saying here. Some real interesting things that you are giving allude to from picking up. Uh, yeah, so much communication, New York City vibes. The art is giving do your work amidst the busy energy. Glinda says, love that. Kismic says creating. Crystal Tate says grounding. Jasmine says Aquarius. And Chocolate Strawberry says Milky Way vibes for sure. I'm sure that's what it is. Picking up. Glinda comes back with be grounded. Focus on your energy, your art, your work, despite what's going on around you. I love that. Marion says leaving the outside world, the outside, and being about my business. I love that. I love that. I love that you all are able to really kind of capture that. And all of those things are certainly true. We are in the midst, and depending on where you're checking in from the world, matter of fact, let's do a check in as well. What city, what state, what country are you tuning in from? What city, what state, what country are you tuning in from? Priestess Donna Lee said, riding the cosmic waves with grace and ease. Know your magic. I love that as well. Some of my favorite, one time, several listeners always send me my quotes, and they always have the riding cosmic waves and the know your magic in there as well. So absolutely, you are correct. That is a week of us doing that and doing it with grace and with ease. Absolutely. I love that. So we have Kathy checking in from Athens, Georgia. Mario checking in from Kansas. Kismet from Fresno, California. And Priestess Brandy is from Norwalk, California, checking in. Chocolate Strawberries, and that just does something to me, you know? Summersville, South Carolina, checking in. Gold Leaf is representing Georgia in the building. Glinda is representing Lindenhurst, New Jersey. We got Knoxroy in the building. Good to see you, Knoxroy, representing Jamaica. Jamaica in the building. Margie is here. Good to see you, representing the Carolinas, North Carolina, one of my favorite places in the whole wide world to be. Adrian the Great is representing Florida. Alora is representing Indiana. I could hear Michael Jackson singing, I'm going back to Indiana. Yeah, and Taylor is representing the ATL. Well, no matter what part of the country, what part of the world, I want to wish you good morning, good night, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you're tuning in from the world, to the seen and the unseen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on in. I want to give a big shout out to Zara. Is it Zara? Glinda says, my daughter Zara says, hello, Ms.Blue. Let me sing you some sparkles, Zara. There you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. There you go. Sending you some sparkles, and thank you for tuning in and tuning in. But yes, I want to talk about this energy because as we speak right now, Mercury is retrograde. And this is a pretty interesting retrograde for us, this Mercury retrograde, because it's really sort of kind of reflecting a large part of what we have been uncovering, what we have been discovering about ourselves, not just in this lifetime, but even many lifetimes beyond this lifetime. So I'm going to give you some key points to take away. I'm going to try to go through all 10, and I thought it would be super cool for us to do this live. And it's going to be an infusion between Mercury retrograde and the Sagittarius new moon. By the way, shouts out to all my Sagittarian babies in the building, giving you a big shout out on your born day. Everyone's celebrating Sagittarius season, because it is some beautiful energy that is upon us. It comes with the heavy flame, though. So we're going to talk about this heavy flame, and we're also going to talk about Mercury in retro mode. It's kind of like retro booming happening for us. And it's some powerful things that we can begin to start taking away with us at this time. And just some key points of giving you some clarity, some things that you can begin to pay attention to, focus to, and know. And if you look at the activation art, you will see the sister. She is in the middle of one of the busiest cities in New York. In fact, let's just call it what it is, one of the busiest places in the world, New York City. And you see all of the cabs there. She is in the middle of the street. In the middle. She is in the middle of it, but surrounded by her. You can tell she's very focused. Lots of magical elements that are right there with her. She's focused. She is fully focused. And if I might say, she is dressed to the T. In her outfit, she's focused, but she has everything she needs to maintain her sense of groundedness, her sense of planning, her sense of where she's headed, and the understanding of even where she's at. She has no fear. She's not looking back. She knows those cabs are whisking by her very fast. She has no fear. If you notice, the cabs are departing as she's coming. And by the way, if anyone is wondering about this activation art, this is activation art. I create all activation art that you see on the remix. And this was literally a vision that I seen. She has her computer, she has her pen, she has her crystals. She has some ancient text that is there for her. Lots of crystals and everything. So it's kind of like she has some of this ancient wisdom. She's letting you know she's very connected to the elements on the planet, like we talked in the show on Friday. The 7 sisters above, the Pleiades, and also the 7 sisters of New Orleans from Algiers that's connected to the earth. She is connected to as above and so below. She's connected to it all, but yet she's very much grounded in this modern time. You can see her clothing. It doesn't look like she's coming from an ancient past. You can look at her hair and her position, how she has her legs crossed, how both of her hands are anchored on 2 desks, letting you know that she is balancing her right and her left hemisphere at the same time. And while everybody else is busy about their business, she's busy about her business, but she's being authentic to who she is in the midst of all that's happening and going on around her. So I want you to think about this retrograde season that we're in and navigating this Mercury in retrograde magic, because that's what it is when we fully understand what Mercury retrograde is about, because we know the planet is not really going backwards. That's not what happens. But this is an opportunity to go back over what has already been put in place. It's an opportunity for us as souls to go back and make sure that we are in the alignment for our greatest and our highest good. But then we got that new moon in Sagittarius coming up. And we know that Sagittarius is a fire sign. It's a fire sign, that Sagittarius. And as that Sagittarius energy is coming in, plus we got Pluto in Aquarius. It's going to be burning up some shit that is not useful for us. That's not authentic to us. So that's what we're going to be diving into. Welcome to everyone on in. Let's get the likes up. Let's go through these 10 steps and we can take it from there. So now, number one, let's just talk about this whole, what can I call it? This whole cosmic navigation, because we got some visionary views that are going to be changing, shifting, and expanding. And this is the beginning of our expansion series. Speaking of which, how many of you have the expansion pack of the Lucky Blueprint? Because if you have it, this is a great time to get that back into rotation, to start working with the expansion pack of the Lucky Blueprint in rotation. I designed that for this time when we would be moving end of 2024, beyond into 2025 and beyond into expansion. We are at the time of another great expansion. So we're going to talk about this retrograde, because this retrograde happening in the time, and I want you to think about this because we are in Sagittarius season. Somebody say Sagittarius season. We are in Sagittarius season. And there are some things that come with this energy of Sagittarius. And the number one thing I want you all to take away, because this is going to help you through this Sagittarius season, and this is about redefining your truth. And I want us to sit with redefining our truth for a moment. Because Mercury retrograde, what is happening is it's allowing you to rewrite, wait for it, you're going to rewrite your belief system. Now, I'm going to hold that word there because this is almost a taboo word in the spiritual community. But I want to break it down to you so that you can be able to understand what I'm saying to you without making this too complex for you, and which I know I'm not. But you're rewriting your belief system. And why am I using the word belief instead of what you know? I'm using the word belief system because we are archiving, overriding our old belief system. And that's what you've been working on up until this point. And for some of us, those dates and years are going to change based on when we came into the realization that we were operating not based off of what we know, but based on a belief that was given to us by society, by our families, by our school system, from the environment around us, from past experiences that we experience, different circumstances, people we met along our journey, books that we have read, and things that we have watched, and even things we've listened to, places we've been. We formed a belief system. Now, throughout that belief system that we form, most of us, because if you're here, you're doing the work, you then either challenge that belief, and that belief either change from a belief to something that you knew for sure, or it stayed in the belief category. And when it stayed in the belief category, one or two things happen. It either anchors itself into your subconscious mind, or it anchors itself in your mind, or it anchors itself in your heart. And that changed how you respond. That changed the chances you took on yourself. That changed the actions you did. It may have limited your belief in what you were capable of what was even conceivable for you. It could have limited you in some sort of way. On the other hand, it could have allowed you a pathway to open up to something greater than what you believed. So I want you to think about this retrograde season here as an opportunity to take everything that you know up until this very moment in your life. I'm talking about everything. And you're going to get a chance to rewrite these beliefs, because these are old truths that no longer serve you. They're being burned away. Through the fire of Sagittarius, it's going to be burned away. Here's the key. Don't resist. It's going to be kind of hard, but don't resist. Don't resist. And we're going to talk a little deeper in a minute. I will give you some more things that you can know when one of your belief systems are being burned away. You might be shockingly surprised of something you thought you knew for sure, because this has already done come up for me. You thought you knew for sure, baby. Like you standing on all kinds of business. You thought you knew for sure. Turns out it was a belief. It was an old truth, right? That is no longer serving you. And so now it's time for that truth to be burned away. So don't resist. Some of the things that you can begin to do as we approach this week is to take some time and to do a little bit of magic, a little bit of writing, crafting magic. Journal about what you feel your authentic truths are. What do you feel is an authentic truth to who you are? Not in the delusion of being impressed or connected with things outside of yourself, but some authentic truths about yourself. Because this is going to get you prepped so that you can be in the position of non-resistance to release an outdated mindset. Because if you can do this, you don't have to repeat the learning cycle again. Mercury retrograde comes around often, and one of the reasons it keeps cycling itself around is because things work in cycles and patterns on the planet, on Earth. And if you don't move into a different vibration with this, you get locked back into the same pattern. I mean, the circumstances may be different. The people may be different. What you're doing may be different or the same, but you just repeat it again. Who got time for that? Nobody. Not when you know that you don't have to. So, the other thing that we're going to talk about, we're going to go to step 2, and I'm going to try to go through these steps in a bigger way, but I'm going to give you another step with step 1. So we're still on step 1. The second part of that, because we know if we're releasing something and something is burning away, then we got to clean it up. Have you ever burnt paper or burnt anything? I remember when we were younger, a big thing in my family was whenever you would get your hair done, and maybe when I used to want my mom to press my curls out because I wanted my hair to be straight. I didn't want my hair to be curly. And I would have some hair left over, like a little bit of hair, and my mother would always burn that hair. And you would see like the little ashes left over from the hair. So I want you to think about whenever you're burning anything, a candle, like soot or anything. I want you to think about that. Embrace the cosmic cleanup, because that's what you're going to have to do afterwards. You're going to have to embrace the cosmic cleanup, because what's going to happen is Mercury in retrograde is going to reveal to you your blind spots. I urge you not to be so arrogant that you think you don't have blind spots. What's a blind spot? For those of you who are not my new tech babies, it used to be a time when you would be driving in a car. It still can happen to this day, but we have technology that can help you with this. When you're driving in the car, there is a position on the side of your vehicle where if a person or a car or an object is in that peripheral vision, you could not see them from any mirrors within your car. You couldn't see it from the rear view. Your side view mirror will not show you. It's a blind spot, but there could be something there. Now in your car, most of us have the little technology signal. The triangle comes up, and the triangle will show you red and even beep. Some cars will even jerk your ass back in your lane if you're trying to go in the lane where something or someone is. So think about this. You have a blind spot. You have a blind spot. Everyone has a blind spot. Doesn't mean it's going to be something tragic that happens because of the blind spot, but it's something that you're just not aware of. And it can be a lot of different reasons why you're not aware of it. Maybe you don't know about it yet. It could be some sort of knowledge, some sort of information. It could be you focus on something and you're unaware of what's getting ready to happen. But this Mercury retrograde will reveal your blind spots, so you can get into a writing exercise and journal some of the biggest oops moments of the week. What are some of the dang, I didn't mean to do that. That's not what I meant to happen. Journal those down, because they are going to be your roadmap. It's going to be your GPS to hidden blessings. Listen to me. Do not get too caught up in, damn, I sent that email out to everyone at work and it was only supposed to go to HR. Dang, I was trying to text, I don't know, my sister, and I accidentally sent it to my man, and it was some shit I didn't want him to know. Whatever that is, and I'm just coming up with something. So if it fits you, it fits you. But listen, because this is going to be roadmap to your hidden blessings. because Sagittarius energy is here to help you see the bigger picture of what's really happening here. All of your lessons are going to be blessings, but the lessons are going to be pointing you towards your blessings. But you have to open up and see it for what it is. See it for what it is, because this is the cosmic cleanup. It's sort of like taking a pre-test before the final exam, so you can see it. Some of you today did some things that you like, damn, why did I do that? I promise you, sit with that. Sit with that, because it's helping you to see the bigger picture. These lessons are pointing you to the direction it is pointing you to. So now we're ready to let's go to number 2. These are going to be all of our takeaways for Mercury retrograde, into Mercury retrograde, and also for the Sagittarius new moon that's happening on December the 1st. Depending on where you are in the world, it's going to be happening on December the 1st. So the second one is words hold power. We know words hold power. And so yet again, like in our level up challenge, how to level up the game of life called you need to rewrite your story. Hear me out. Rewrite your story, because retrograde is said to affect communication. It does. Mercury retrograde does affect communication, but how that effect comes across is really up to you. So instead of you rushing to try to fix communication, why don't you pause before you send things out, before you say things, before you communicate something, and rewrite your inner dialogue? Take some time. Let me sit with myself first. Let me write this shit out for me. Let me see, let me listen to and making sure my communication is coming across clear. Because the moment that you start doing that, you will get a magical, mystical blessing from the vibration of this energy we're in right now. This is going to have a ripple effect into the outer clarity that's coming forward. You're going to see how clear, how detailed you can be. It's going to happen. You'll be able to see how it's happening. So we're going to go to step 2, second part of step 2. This is a good one. You will have hidden messages. Everyone will be on a scavenger hunt. You're going to have hidden messages in conversations. So I want you to pay very close attention when someone has a slip of the tongue, even if it's you, an unexpected text message from the past, because there's going to be a lot of creepy crawlies from the past trying to slide back up in your world. Some of them good and some of them not so good. So pay very close attention to any slip of the tongue, anything coming from the past, unexpected text, unexpected email, unexpected invite, unexpected follow, all of these things. Because retrograde energy is bringing you messages. And a lot of these messages are going to be disguised as coincidence, as an accident, as happens chance. But we know there is no such thing, that there is a hidden message for you there. So you have to use discernment in all of your words, all of the things that are happening and the things that are going on. And this is also going to include the glitches in the matrix. When you see that beautiful black cat, the kitty cat, the black kitty cat, you know the glitch in the matrix is happening. There are going to be glitches, but these glitches are downloads in disguise. So, if something's happening with your technology, if something gets delayed, you're going on a trip, or, we have the holidays coming up in America. Here, Indigenous Peoples Celebration Day, which is all of us, by the way, can we say? And we're getting together for Friendsgiving and, celebrating just this time to be off, and things don't work. We were on a call and the sound just wasn't working. And I just had the biggest smile because I knew these glitches are disguises, downloads. This is Mercury speaking to you. So instead of trying to rush to go fix the problem or reacting, ask, what's the hidden message here? Because the universe might be forcing you to unplug and realign your focus, or put you in a better position. You may have to do something alternative so that you can focus better and be more present and clear about what is actually happening. What is actually happening? So make sure that you stay present for all of those things that are going on. Let's go to takeaway number 3. I think this is a given. Speak less and listen more. Communication is real tricky. You know that song? It's tricky rock around. Yeah, it's so tricky. Communication is so tricky. But this retrograde isn't about mishaps so much. It's about mastering the art of listening. The art of listening. Can you master the art of listening, of being present, listening without having a preconceived answer? You know how some people listen so they can respond? No. The art of listening is to listen. Speak less, listen more. And then reflect on what isn't being said in your conversations this week. Think about the things that's not being said. And more so than people talking to you, from yourself. What isn't being said? What are you not saying? We hear what you're saying, Ms.Blue, but what you not saying? We understand what you told us, but what are you not telling us? Not even in a negative way, but really in a way of being present so you can listen. When you master the art of listening, it's a game changer. It's how you become sharp. Sharp within yourself, sharp within your actions. You can respond in real time. It will cut down the mental chatter. You won't be going into your mind searching for an answer. Everything will become in alignment and in a flow because you're able to listen. You won't have to worry about lying. You won't have to worry about doing all of this extra stuff. You can be in the flow and you can give a substantial response that truly is authentic to you, from your cadence to the words to your thoughts and to the flow. You won't have to think. And someone could ask you 10 minutes later, and you can expand upon what you responded to because you truly were mastering the art of listening, of being able to listen, to really listen, 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 listen. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. So, number 3, speak less, listen more, and master the art of listening. Yeah. And reflect on what isn't being said. A lot of times I sit down with myself and I say, damn, Blue, let's talk about what you didn't say. Let's reflect on that. We heard all you said, but let's talk about what you didn't say. And not that any of it is wrong or right, but you have to be in integrity and authenticity with yourself. And this is one of the ways that I keep myself aligned with that authenticity. I'm telling you, it makes you sharp. It makes you so sharp that literally you don't have to respond to a lot of shit. That's how sharp it makes you. You will become clear. You won't have to keep thinking about it. You won't have to keep processing. You won't have to keep saying, I gotta see what that's doing for me. You won't have to do that because you have gotten out of your mind and you are in your true authentic flow. So, also, I want to put this in there because this is something that happens all the time. So, some would say that when we go into these Mercury sort of retrograde, it opens up a lot of portals on the planet. And what happens is some people say the fairies like to come out during these portals of Mercury retrograde. Lots of myths and stories about what happened. People tend to misplace things or lose things during Mercury retrograde. Mm-hmm. It's like you had your phone, you sat it down, and now you can't find it. You had your car keys, you put it right on the dresser, now you can't find it. You had your favorite pen you was writing with, and now it's gone. You had your earrings you took off last night, and you can't find it. These kinds of things could be things in the kitchen, things, all throughout the house, or things that you have. So when or if you happen to be in the portal of misplaced things, or even if you've lost some things recently, know that what this energy of Mercury is doing is rerouting it for a better time. It's kind of like your GPS. When you miss a turn, it says rerouting. And you like, well, I was about to turn, rerouting again. It will keep rerouting you. And so when you find it, because you will find these things again, here's a great exploratory magic question that you can begin to ask your higher self. Why now? So if you lost your pencil sharpener, when you find it, ask that question, Damon. Why now? Why now? The timing holds a message in alignment with your future plans. I promise you, these things are in perfect alignment with your future plans. Because every action that you take is propelling you into a different path of your divine destiny. And had you found that pencil sharpener, you might have wrote some shit that people was like, whoa, it would have took your life on a whole nother path. Just by not having that, it detoured you to a different destiny. So I want you all to really begin to take this in. let's go to step number 4, takeaway number 4. And this has everything to do with the Sagittarius new moon. You know, when the new moon comes up, the new moon is pitch black. It's dark. You can't see it. Like you can barely see it. It's the time for planting seeds. But it's also a perfect opportunity to do some quantum leaps. If you want to get into some visionary works and into some works of remote viewing, if you want to see some things into the future, you want to quantum leap into your visions, during new moon phases is the perfect time. Now, this Sagittarius energy, oh my goodness, I love it. It's so expansive. And this is perfect for you to use this time to really sit down and ask yourself the question. It's going to seem like it's basic magic, but I promise you, this is for those of you who are really about what our ancestors called the great work. What does freedom mean to you? Now, that seemed like it's an easy question, but I really want you to dive deep into that. What is freedom for you? Is it being able to get up after 10 o'clock? Is it able to spend time with your loved ones and your family? Is freedom for you the ability to say what you want, do what you want, travel the world? It's going to be different for all of us. What is freedom for you? Is freedom for you buying a farm and being able to create some sustainable, healthy food for yourself, your family, and your community? You know, is freedom for you being able to feel safe within your physical body, being healthy in your physical body, not worrying that there's something looming over you that can take you out? What is freedom for you? What is freedom for you? It's going to look different for all of us, but sit down and really start crafting out some magic and write it down. Write down one big, outrageous goal for your freedom. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Don't be limited in your thinking. Because what's going to happen is with this energy of this retrograde, it's going to be helping you redefine that freedom so it becomes obtainable for you before you jump out there and launch some shit. It's really going to make sure it's in alignment with you and help you to uncover. I shouldn't say give because nothing's being given, but it's going to help you uncover a way that you can actually achieve it. Your freedom, your version of freedom for you. So think about this. You, in Sagittarius season, and with this Mercury retrograde, you are unlocking your dormant dreams. There are going to be dreams that you forgot about. Can I just say, call it what it is? Literally, you forgot about it. Like you're not even thinking about it. You're not even pulling the pieces together. I was on a business call the other day, and I promise you guys, no cap, I'm going to show you this shit. Oh my goodness. I'm going to show you all this. And if you remember, listen, if you remember this, you're going to scream right here with me. You're going to scream with me because I was on a business call, just going about my business on the business call. I'm going to put it in chat so you can see it. And all of a sudden we got into the conversation and I said, oh my goodness. And I remember something that I did, I want to say back in 2008. If you've been rocking with me for a long time, who remembers the Kundalini Lab? Just kind of throw your hand up if you remember the Kundalini Lab. When I created the Kundalini Lab, now some of you back in 2012, I attempted to relaunch it again, the Kundalini Lab, but I still, couldn't find the person with the right vision. We didn't have all the technology we had to open back up the Kundalini Lab. But you got the Kundalini, and it's still there. The Kundalini Lab is still thriving. Yeah, I was talking about it. Yes, Brittany Rise, about the Kundalini Lab. But there are people who have listened to Planet Remix and been here that actually experienced the first phase of the Kundalini Lab. And then I want to say 2012 is when I attempted to relaunch it again. But that is exactly what I'm telling you all about. And I want you to be thinking about the things that is going on with you at this particular time, because we are in this phase where we're unlocking dormant dreams. Because this is what this energy of Sagittarius and this retrograde together is building back up again, to revisit these dreams and plans that you have put on the shelf. These are some of those wild ideas, you understand? But really, it is your gateway to expansion, especially while we're moving through this energy of Sagittarius and this new moon. I share that with you guys because I love to share real-time magic, as we always do here. And that was a real-time magical moment for myself, because truly I had pushed the Kundalini Lab away, far away. It was one of my wild ideas that I wanted. And here it is at this time coming back up. So I want to invite you to think about those things, those dreams that you put on a shelf, those plans that you kind of tossed to the side, those wild ideas that you thought, maybe in another lifetime, or I've missed that window of opportunity, or no, I don't think that's what I want to do anymore. Know that what's going to be happening is you're going to be unlocking these dormant dreams. This energy is really here to support that at this time. And those things can literally be coming up for you. So, step 4, quantum leaps in the vision and unlocking the dormant dreams. Now, we're going to go to step or takeaway number 5. And takeaway number 5 here, I love this one. You got to clean your mirrors. And I mean that literally. Seriously. You got to clean your mirrors, physical mirrors and your metaphysical mirrors. You got to clean them. While you are cleaning all of your mirrors, your bathroom mirrors, your mirrors in your house, any mirrors you have in your house, it's a perfect time to clean them. Clean your mirrors, your car mirrors. Mirrors, if you have, ladies, we got the little compact in our purse. You want to clean that mirror. Any mirror in your house, clean it. I want you to think about this. In metaphysics, the mirror is a reflection of clarity and self-awareness. it really helps us to see our illuminating power within ourselves of who we are. It gives us a clear version of what we are holding inside of what we perceive things to be, ourselves mainly. Cleaning your mirror and doing this and understanding this from an esoteric point of view, cleaning them during this particular time, what it does is it clears energetic fog from your mind. And what it does is it gives you a new level of psychic clarity. That's what you want. So while you're cleaning your mirrors, make sure you're looking inward and cleaning your mirrors and see it as clearing out your perception, any outdated or false perception of who you are, yourself, your life, and your world. You'll be surprised how many things will come up while you're cleaning your mirror. While you're cleaning your mirror. And if you're looking for a great cleaning product, I'll tell you one of my favorites. I love it absolutely. I use it for cleaning just about everything. It's the Clean Boss. And the Clean Boss is by the sister Joy. And I talked about her, the movie Finding Joy. If you've never watched it, it's a very inspiring story about her life. And she partnered with, I think it's Bad Bunny, and they came up with a product called Clean Boss, which she originally was selling on the shopping channel, but now she partnered with another version of Clean Boss, and it will kill any bacteria, any viruses, anything. If you guys are interested in it, let me know. I'll drop the link. No, I don't get any kickback on anything if you decide to buy it. But I think if you have children, pets, or even yourself, and you're interested in having a product that is safe for yourself and safe for all surfaces, that kills and disinfects and does all of that great jazz, you're going to want to get the Clean Boss. And no one else is better. And it's very reasonable. And I personally love the smell. A lot of people don't because they're not really used to cleaning with clean products. So they may have a problem with the smell, but I think it's a natural smell. So yeah. So I just want to put y'all on to that. I'll drop the link for those of you who are asking for the link if you're interested in it, and you can check it out for yourself. I don't know if they'll let me send that link. No, they won't let me send it. So I got to find another way to send it. I'm trying to get you guys because they got some Black Friday deals going on, and I promise you I'm gonna be getting me some Clean Boss. That is there. Let's see if I can get it here. Let's see. Yeah, the link is too long to check it out. But if you Google Clean Boss, and if you go to, where is this? If you go to HSN, you can get the 4-pack for like under $30. And just type in Clean Boss, multi-surface, disinfect, and cleaner. And it has all of its certifications, there. But it's amazing. It's amazing. I've been using it for years and years and years and years. So that just came up with the clean mirrors. Just thought I'd throw in a little tip there for the clean mirrors. You want to get that Clean Boss. And if you have some time over the holiday season and you've never watched a movie called Finding Joy, I definitely want you to get that to get that, watch that movie. You probably can watch it on YouTube for free. It's called Finding Joy. That's there. Doreen says, I'm drinking my 7 daughters' wine. That's what's up. And I'm cleaning with Clean Boss. I know that's right. I know that's right. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a ritual there. I promise you. I do my best rituals when I am cleaning, and I'm definitely going to have some of that 7 daughters. If you don't know what we're talking about, you have to go back and listen to Friday night share. So download, download, download. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to clean your mirrors. And as you're cleaning your mirrors, see what naturally comes up and see it as a ritual of you cleaning out the imperfections in your life. There's a brother that's on Instagram that I follow him, and what he has become famous for is cleaning mirrors. And I found it so fascinating watching him clean these mirrors. And I know why people are so fascinating from the mirrors, going from the fingerprints or smudges on there to seeing it crystal clear, because it is. It's a way for us to have that reflection inside. So clean the mirrors. And then also, here's something else that's going to go along with cleaning your mirrors. It is going to help you in this, doing this activity, to ditch these perfectionism thoughts. Because this energy of Mercury retrograde mixed with this Sagittarius energy, it can be kind of messy. It's not real clean. It can be kind of messy, but messy bursts brilliance. So don't be too hard on yourself. If there's something you've done that's incorrect, or you have made a mistake on this, release these thoughts of perfectionism. Most of the time when people are holding thoughts of perfectionism, it is a lack of self-esteem. That's what it is. So it's better to say, if I can't do it perfect, I won't do it at all. But it's a lack of self-confidence, a lack of self-esteem, a lack, of course, the foundation, self-love. So this energy of Mercury retrograde, know that it might get a little messy. Look at the sister's desk in the activation art tonight. Her desk is there, but it looks a little messy. It's not perfect. It's not everything in the right little place. And it's not aesthetically, to everyone's eye. It might not be pleasing, but it's very authentic. So I want you to release the need to get it right. Release the need to get it right. Release the need to say the right thing. Release the need to make an error. Release the need to think you know everything. Release the need to think that you got it all figured out. Just release that. Release that. And so much will come up from you. Let's see. I've been struggling in my new position at work, but it has me super tired. I miss y'all, but I came in here. I came in hearing exactly what I needed. There you go, Dahida. Glad that you were able to come in. And by the way, welcome to everyone on in. Yeah. So release that need. And then you're going to tap into your true brilliance, your authentic brilliance, not someone else's watered down copycat version of brilliance. It will be your authentic brilliance. So we're going to release that need to feel like we got to be perfect. You understand? Especially with the holidays coming up. Listen. All right. So now, here's another one. We're going to talk about step number 6. And by the way, welcome to everyone on in. If you're getting something from this information here, I'll ask you at this time, it would really help the platform out if you can like and subscribe, and also maybe pass the message on to someone else who may need to hear it. So let's go to number 6. Upgrade your travel and your technology. This is a struggle for me. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I don't claim the struggle, but I understand the struggle. Upgrade your travel and technology. Now, one of the myths around, well, it's not a myth. Let me call it what it is. We know that Mercury retrograde can affect travel and technology. Yeah, we know that's a fact. Now, back in the day when our ancestors were here, they didn't have all of this technology that we had, but they had their version of technology. And those things got interrupted. So here's the thing, though, that I realize with this. Upgrading your travel and tech. Retrograde affects travel and technology, the planet of communication, right? But here's a little secret. Double check doesn't mean no check. And I want to tell you what that means. You have to reconfirm your plans. Reconfirm your plans. You have to update any software. I cannot tell you how many platforms that I am connected to with Planet Remix that they done let me know we about to go through an upgrade, baby girl. You better back up your shit if you want it. You better download your stuff if you need it. You better do what you need to do. So reconfirm if you have travel plans. Reconfirm. Let me make sure. What time is that flight leaving again? What time are we going to be ready to drive out? What time am I expected to be there? Reconfirm your plans and anticipate a delay. We got a saying here in Austin, Texas, and it's kind of like I can understand now how Atlanta feels. When they tell you don't move to Atlanta, we don't need no more people here. I kind of feel that way about my city now. Come visit, stay the night, pack a bag, but we don't want you moving here. It's too crowded. And it's going to make traveling 10 minutes away is going to be like a 2.5-hour trip. That's not fun. But you get the point what I'm saying. You have to recheck your travel plans, reconfirm your plans, update your software, use the energy to streamline what is happening instead of stressing out. Expect a delay, expect a missed flight, expect all of these things. And when I say expect, you're not putting the energy out there for it to happen. You are reconfirming, and you're also saying, if that happens, maybe instead of waiting for my connected flight, I will make sure I have my laptop with me. I have some good music with me. I have some things to keep me busy in between. Let me look around inside the airport, see if there's something I wanted to check out in that airport while I'm there that I didn't know. Just know that these things could possibly happen, but you have to what am I trying to say? You're going to have to reconfirm your plans. If your computer has been telling you we're trying to give you this upgrade on some software, don't wait until you're in that important meeting or that you have that important task to do for you to decide that that's the day you're going to upgrade the software, because sometimes the softwares have glitches. And you can use this energy to streamline things instead of being stressed. Yeah. Yeah. So we know you're going to be prepared if you have a trip, if you have some things to do, but I need you to reconfirm. Not, oh, I checked on that last week. No, 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 no. We're going to do it ahead of time. It's like a TSA pre-check. We're going to do that ahead of time. If the airport is close by, we going to the airport ahead of time so we can go ahead and check in. We're doing all of this ahead of time. So there you go. I want you all to have that. Now, here's the other thing. We also want to add, to go along with that, is the power of fire. Because we know Sagittarius is connected to the fire element. So this is the time for you to only safely burn candles if you can. A lot of people have different things, like you may have an outdoor pit. You can burn a fire with intention, or you can have the candles with the batteries in it. That's a flame too. And visualize it, or physically burn some of your limiting beliefs under this new moon to activate a renewal of your passion and your purpose. So if you know there's some things that's kind of holding you back that you're just struggling with, you can write those things down and safely burn them. Safely. And I use that word cautiously. Safely burn them. So, let's go to step number 7. Revisit your why. Anytime Mercury goes retrograde, it's a great time to revisit your why. Not get in your mind about why, but really revisit the why. A lot of times people think Mercury retrograde is here to stall you, to stop you. What it's asking you to do is to pause. Just take a pause. Can you pause for a second so you can reconnect back with your passion, with your joy of why you even are rushing or even wanting to do what you want to do? And so that you can become in authentic alignment with your goals, with your soul's deeper purpose, because you will see where they're out of alignment. You will feel where they're out of alignment. You will know where it's out of alignment for you. You'll know. And that out of alignment can be like getting an alignment on your car. You know, if your car is out of alignment, that little nudge to the left or nudge to the right can become very dangerous in certain driving conditions. So you could be off in just a small way. And this is your opportunity to realign with your authentic self, your authentic joy and passion. You can get yourself back into alignment that quick. That quick. It makes a big difference, a very big difference. And you can get back into alignment that quick. The other thing I want to throw back in there with alignment is about our sacred space. Now, one thing about retrogrades, it craves and thrives on clarity. So dusting out your corners, cleaning the mirrors like we talked about earlier, really just getting your home's energy, removing sort of these thoughts, because all of your thoughts and energy and people and places and things you connect with on the outside world, once you cross over into your altar, not forgetting you yourself is the temple, you are the sacred temple. And so any place that you enter becomes the altar from within. So your altar, even though we may have small altars set up around our house, remember, number one, you are the temple. And within temples, we find altars. So don't get it twisted. You are not an altar. You are a temple where altars reside. And the physical representation of those altars is your sacred space. That's one of your largest altars there is for you. Not just the mantle, not just the corner. Yes, those things are there, but they are representing how you are altering things from within your temple. You reside within the sacred, holiest of holy places that lives inside of you. You ain't no altar. You are the temple, baby. You the temple. This is where others want to come so that they can bow down, so that they can pray, so that they can worship, so that they can acknowledge, so that they can be blessed. And these are all the things within our lives, each and every single one of us. And so you want to make sure that your physical altar, I don't care how small it is, I don't care how big it is, none of that shit matters. But you get in them corners and you clean out, you organize, you straighten, and you get things in order. In order. Remove the dust out of the corners, clean the mirrors, wipe down things. Because retrograde energy thrives on clarity, and Sagittarius energy amplifies manifestation in clean, high vibrational spaces. That's what Sagittarius is going to do. It's going to amplify when the space is clean. It's like a serpent, a fire serpent coming through your space. When it is high vibration energy in there, it's able to move and move itself through. In some of my feng shui shows, you can go back in the archive, I talk about how to walk the labyrinth in your house once you have done the funky feng shui and you have uplifted the vibration in your sacred space. When things are clean, when things are clear, this fire serpent of Sagittarius comes through and amplifies this manifestation and creation energy in spaces where high vibration is. What is Sagittarius? It's the archer aiming for the bullseye. That's what we know Sagittarius to be. Sagittarius also, we know Sagittarius to be the teacher, the philosopher, right? We understand this energy of Sagittarius. You know, the healer, high intelligence, bridging the gap between heaven and earth. This is the energy of this Sagittarius energy. And with that fire, it speaks to instant manifestation. And that's how you're going to get there. So it's going to be important that we take some time, especially before we get to this new moon, that we begin to get our sacred spaces together. Because when the temple, you come walking in, you're crossing over into your altar, the altar that lives inside of your temple. Because that's going to be what you will manifest. This is a physical expression of what's going on in the inside. in the inside. Griffin said, man, I've been cleaning and dusting for 3 days. Laugh out loud. I am like, oh my God, I got to upgrade my cleaning regimen. Yeah. Get you some of that Clean Boss. It'll do you. So, let's go to number 8. I think we're on number 8. Yeah, we're on number 8. Whew, number 8. So here's the thing I want you to work with. You can ground yourself with Sagittarius, and this is the perfect time to do it, with some herbs. And to work with herbs that are ruled by Sagittarius, like sage and bay leaves and dandelion, because these amplify clarity. It amplifies protection. I'm going to speak on that for a minute, because when Ms.Blue say protection, I'm not talking about, oh, somebody going to come get me. Let me protect myself. I'm not talking about that. And also, it's about abundance as well. This is all going to be happening under this week's whole cosmic mix that's going on. It's a cosmic remix that's going to be going on. But you can utilize these herbs. You can utilize them. The sage, the bay leaf, the dandelion. It's going to amplify clarity. Back in the days when the oracles in Delphi and even the oracles themselves, they would burn these and they would have the sense from them, and it would send them into a higher state of consciousness. And so this is another reasons why, people like that scent of how the sage smells. They even make them in sprays, and even the bay leaves, and then mix in some frankincense and mix in some myrrh. And if you have some Egyptian musk, some of these essential oils, to begin to use them to adorn your physical body and to put it on your third eye and on the inside of your wrist and on the inside of your ankles, and then go from your throat chakra all the way down to below, right above your pelvic bone on your body, and then go into a meditation. You will be able to tap into the higher realms of clarity and understanding of yourself and your life, and begin to bring these things into your physical body to allow yourself to raise your vibration. You can use it when you want to manifest something, and as a protection. And it works as a protection because it clears out. You will be pulling in such high vibration that anything that is not a vibrational match for your auric field, your aura, it is going to dissipate itself, because the higher energy is going to consume and take it over. It has no other choice. You're not moving. I don't believe in getting rid of clearing energy anymore. It's about bringing in higher vibration and higher energy, because this is what you are training your aura, you're training your body to vibrate at a higher frequency, not focusing on the lower aspects of it. So working with these herbs and working with oils, essential oils, it can even be your favorite fragrance that you have, and really getting into a meditative state, practice raising your frequency and your vibration, holding that frequency and vibration all throughout the day. It's going to bring clarity to you. You're going to see that your flow is more abundant in your life. Your intuition is just going to be, it's going to be flowing. Can't you tell? I did a little bit of it tonight. It's just going to be, oh my goodness, it's just going to be in its natural cosmic flow. You will literally be lifting the veil of your crown chakra into a expanded place of being. You'll be able to take in higher levels of understanding, insight, wisdom, divine wisdom. Your heart will be lighter. Your mind will be clear. No more racing thoughts. None of that. you will be able to pull in healing energy as well into your body. So work with these herbs and these oils and these things during this week. It's a perfect mix, a perfect cosmic remix to be able to tap into this energy. All right. So now, I want us to go back to, let's look at the activation art again. I just am amazed at how the assistance of our technology can help us take something that we have conceived in our mind and give it to us in an image. Now, even though this is a more responsible way to use technology, know that it's going to become harder and harder to tell. And this was something I have to go back to what Sheila told me. And I want to say this might have been a year ago. It might have been longer than a year ago. And if you guys don't know who the sister Sheila is, she definitely has been around Planet Remix for a while, a part of Self-Invested, and also a very significant part of Planet Remix and just the vibration here, like many of you. But she was speaking about technology. I want to say this might have been last year. And this is around where she works in, and she's pretty much a master, I would say, at the mastery level of understanding techniques and understanding technology and what technology can do in a very responsible way. And one of the things, she would make these short clips, which were like movies, because literally after you watched it, it could have been 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It felt like you sat down in the top IMAX theater and literally watched the 3.5 hour movie, because the understandings you would take away from the visual energy, from the audio files that were in there, from how she would capture the essence of family members, soul family from Planet Remix, and put them in a movie like scenario based on a lot of the shows that I've done here, was incredible, a true visionary. In fact, when we gave out the Universal Citizenship Awards for Planet Remix, she got the Visionary Award. She got that award for her work that she was doing. But here's something she said in a conversation. She talked about how technology, it was going to be very, very hard to distinguish from what is real and what is fake. Like, you literally are not going to be able to tell the difference if it is real or if it was technology. And we had this conversation when there was a situation that happened where there was someone who had used AI technology in Brother Bobby's voice and had him appearing as if he were real, answering questions to a group of people. But it wasn't really him. It was AI that was able to mimic his voice and answer the questions based on the person who did this. And we had a conversation afterwards, and Sheila said that this was something that she was seeing because, again, this was the field she was working with before you could just do what you do now, just write a sentence and get something. She was crafting these things by hand and through her own imagination without the support of where AI was now. And she was doing an amazing job, but you could feel the energy in it was slightly different than someone just making something purely out of just making it. We are in that time. We are in the throes of this time now where it's going to be very challenging to tell the difference between AI and yourself. And because we are all digital nomads or digital scribes, we have our voices on the internet, we have our thoughts in apps. We are sharing posts. We're sharing our creativity. We are sharing our insight. We are sharing all of these things in platforms that are gathering this information and turning it in to community information that everyone now have access to. Everyone. And so we have to definitely more than ever be responsible while growing up on planet Earth, because everything can be used for the good of all kind, or it can be used as a weapon for all kind. I'm not even so much worried about that portion. I'm making sure that we keep our own sanity intact while we're navigating in these cosmic streets, and that we are staying abreast of the technology, because you're not going to get around not being able to connect yourself with it. We just need to be responsible while we're using the technology. So I wanted to bring that up to say, if I wanted this to have this picture, imagine what it would have cost me to have someone in New York go set up a table, do a photo shoot, make sure the traffic and everything is, it wouldn't have been something that could have gotten done like that. So it has a benefit for us expressing our thoughts and expressing things of who we are. It has its benefits. It has its other sides, as with all things, but it definitely has its benefits. So that's going to bring me to number 9, the cosmic compass. And this is where you're going to create a visual map of your dreams and your goals and your feelings. And I want you to sit down and maybe find you some AI that you feel comfortable with, where you can create a vision, dream, or goal of yours, and have these vision maps put together on this cosmic compass and create this visual map, right? And next to it, write down what is your aim, what is your goal. We're in Sagittarius season with the bullseye. What are you aiming for here? And then also your feelings surrounding around this goal that you're looking for. Because one of the things about this energy now, it thrives on visions over words right now. I'm not going to say words don't mean a thing, but visions are more important. And your vision of what you can hold within your own consciousness is where you're going to have your creation and manifest power within. If you can hold a vision, some of us, it's very easy to hold a vision. Others, it's not so easy. So find a picture. It doesn't have to be through AI. It could be in a magazine. It can be something you can physically take a picture of, and then you can have it. But you need to be able to hold your vision and focus on your visions and keep your visions in a high vibrational thought, because this is going to help you in alignment with your cosmic compass in this visionary map, to stay in alignment despite all of the distractions that may or may not be coming your way, or even the demanding times. This is the reason, this is the inspiration to anchor the show tonight and the energy we're coming up on this week. Look how she's sitting there unbothered. And many of you, all of you, really hit this on the head when I asked you earlier if you could caption this activation art. What does it mean to you? And you were able to do that. How she is so focused on what she is doing, what she is doing, where she is she is so focused on that she is unbothered by everything that's happening all around her. She is in a visionary view of what her life is and what she's doing. And even though she's not trying to control the things around her, she's staying focused on her goals, where she's headed. She's looking forward for a reason. She's not looking back at the cabs, facing them front on front. She's looking forward. She's sitting forward, and she's sitting in a very confident and relaxed pose. All you got to do is ask any sister. If you can sit like that, baby, you are confident. Because it ain't always easy to pull that off. So you want to create a visual map for yourself. And this is going to serve as a cosmic compass for you. So now, lastly, that's going to bring us to step 10. The Sagittarius new moon. I'm going to give you a mantra, and you are free to alter this, to tailor this. In fact, I would encourage you to do that. Sprinkle it with the essence of your authentic self into this. And I want you to begin to speak this out loud. You can do this on the night of the new moon in Sagittarius. And this is, I trust the pause, the lessons, and the expansion of my authentic truth. I step boldly into the freedom to grow, to realign, and create anew. And repeat that 10 times. I trust the process. I trust the pause, the lessons, and the expansion of my authentic truth. I step boldly into the freedom to grow and realign and create anew. And add whatever you want in there, but put that in there because it's just going to help you really anchor yourself into this energy to maximize everything that's going to be in there. And so that mantra, that mudra, you can even make it into a mudra for yourself to begin to do these 10 steps. It's really going to help us as we navigate this Mercury retrograde magic and we step into this Sagittarius new moon, which is filled with so much expansion, so much expansion, because that's what it's offering us. We are in this new era and we're fully coming through these portals that have been here for us, all of us. So know that Mercury retrograde, it's not your enemy. It's really your cosmic scribe. It's your cosmic editor. And it's ensuring that you are on the path that your soul has approved for you. And the Sagittarius new moon is going to bring that firestorm of potential. So this is the time that we can begin to start getting ready to rewrite the stars. Literally, we are rewriting our stars' path for our souls and our lives and our world at this particular time. It is such a beautiful time to be growing up on planet Earth. Y'all knew I was going to say that. What a time to be alive, growing up on planet Earth. Yeah. Living our true, authentic selves, because that's what we're all being called to do. Pluto in Aquarius is so powerful because it's pulling authenticity out. This is what is going to allow you to thrive. This is what's going to allow you to grow. This is what's going to allow you to move forward. We just have to trust that all of these signs and symbols that we're getting is going to lead us there. Now, it may seem like it's leading you away from a path that you loved and you wanted to be connected to. I even stay open to it myself, and I'm willing to follow that because that authenticity and trust and love within myself has only led me to places I could never imagine. And so that adventure, whatever that next adventure may be, I'm not going to be so arrogant to say I got it all figured out and I know exactly what I'm going to do. I love when the universe surprises me because I know it's always in my greatest and my highest good. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to come on and share with us tonight. Please like, subscribe, and save this share for tonight. Let us come back once we get through this Mercury retrograde and see where we all have expanded our visions and how we are navigating the magic that Mercury is bringing into our lives and all the things that we are encountering along the way. So I love you so, family. I love you all. Mercury, our cosmic messenger. Yeah, I call him the cosmic scribe. Yeah, that's my cosmic scribe. You know, back in ancient times, the scribes would go and they would literally follow the priest around and even stand in the middle of the city, in the city square, where the people would go shopping with the merchants. And they would just take notes of everything that was happening and even go back and remind those leaders in charge. This is what you remember on Tuesday night, you said this. Remember this happened on Thursday. On Friday night, the people were all shopping down by the Nile River and, the sun was going down and they could see the sky and, they would record everything. Yeah. So I absolutely love it. I love you all. Have an amazing week. Let's keep the conversation going. I would love for you to share your thoughts down below. And let's see, if you're still listening at the end of this and you're coming back, then I want you to put a fire sign with the crystal ball and then tell me your word to capture the activation art that we use to elevate the frequency and vibration for tonight. So I wish you all love. We're going to say ashe to the ancestors, blessings, love, and light to you all. I will see you in the cosmic streets. And for those of you celebrating a born day, happy born day for all the people, all the Sagittarius out there. And we'll check back in soon. Peace and love, soul family. Peace and love. Ciao.